Hi guys, I'm sorry for the delay. It's pretty intense last week of the working year, and it's course week 16 for us. Uh, and yeah, some news that maybe if you haven't heard, I am completely alone now with you for the rest of the course. So Mats is gonna take a leave of a sick leave, gonna focus on his health, and we are here gonna try to survive without him. It's not gonna be easy, but we have a plan. Don't worry like about the infrastructure and stuff like that. So we should be able to solve it, and we have support from Stefan. And with the exam, the oral exam, that might be where we might have to do some adjustments. I don't know yet if it will be moved or anything, but for the very least, it might be that I will need help from someone to examine you. We'll see if we can get Diego to have some hours, or if it will be someone else, because there's quite a lot of you. It's also influencing a bit that I haven't finished grading assignment 2. I have looked at your reports for the project though, and that looks really good, I think, from everyone who has attended the workshops at least. I feel like we have a pretty good plan for your projects. I'm pretty happy with your architectural schemes and stuff. I updated now the overview page of the group project with now you have all the workshop materials. I put out recordings and slides. One thing that's missing from the scaling workshop is still this um, guidelines on like step by step how to test, which I haven't posted anywhere yet. It will appear this week either on GitLab or CoursePress in some form, and I'll notify you on Slack. But hopefully you haven't gotten there yet. One thing that we have to still finish that's in the course plan, and it got, because of sicknesses and stuff, got pushed now to the last to our last workshop before Christmas, is this thing. So one part in the oral exam is environmental impact of cloud computing or sustainability of cloud native applications, however you want to call it. That's what we're gonna go through today at the workshop. And it will be at the same time online and on site. I'll also try to record the brief theoretical introduction. However, it is a practical workshop, so you need to participate either online or on site, and this it will be interactive experiential learning, and then some reading materials that will also be additional to the book that you can skim through and read by the Christmas tree, so you're prepared for the exam. And how the schedule looks for now. Today is our last day. We focus on the soft things with the environment and how we can save the planet for with the cloud native applications. So that would be fun. So yes, please attend today in either online or on site. Doesn't matter which group you're in. You don't have to be in your project groups. Um, so as long as you attend in some way. Pum pum pum. Then we meet after New Year's. We start with the resubmission deadline. So if you still have A2 hanging, um, then you will have some time to complete that during mellandagarna. If I will really try to finish all the grading this week, so if there's any completering, that will also be the deadline for those. So the next time I will look at it will be after 3rd of January. And then we have one more course week. So here we have a question from Tobias, for instance, right? So how this will go, like it can be still here. How this will go is on the last handledning. This is 8th of January. This is when we have a chance to go through your projects. I am planning to set up some kind of presentations. I want you to present the projects, both on site and online. So it's a similar way as we did with the report one. I want to see that your app is working. I want to talk to you face to face about your project. And then I also think it's extremely valuable that you present for the group, so we also learn from each other. So that's what we will do here on the on Wednesday, the 8th. After that, there is a deadline for the project is 17th, and you have the exam here. This is the preliminary date of the exam. Depending on how the staffing situation will look like, we might have 2 days of the exam, or even 3, if it's only me who is doing it, right? So that is something that I have to solve now during this week before I go on a break. But as like when I know more, I'll let you know. But the plan is that yeah, it's the same week, but you don't have to have submitted your you don't have to have everything 100% ready at the exam. But talking about the project will also be part of the exam. So be prepared to open up your group wiki or show your code, talk about your part that you did in the project, and answer the theoretical questions. So your project should be maybe 95% done on the 13th of January, and you should be confident about the part that you did. Then if there are some things left, especially like in the report, you would have then a few days to finish that off. And if you get some feedback at the exam, you will have a last chance to add something to the project. Pum, 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 pum. Och deadline tror jag om allt redan är redovisat. Och yeah, so that's, I hope I answered that, what should be done in between. It's also fine if you feel ready and you submit earlier, then I am only happy if it's 100% done at the exam, and we just can check everything and you get godkänt på allt. It's only good for me. But the initial plan, I think, is schedule was made by you. One is that usually there's something comes up during the presentations or the exam, and then it's good with some extra time. Or if you haven't completed the report, then you have a few times to work on that. Yeah, then again, this is like another date for om examination, om tenta. So these two things are booked, but because of the recent changes, we might need some more time. So I will let you know how we sign up for the exam and what we'll do with this as soon as I know. And then the submission of the project is another one is in February. So look at this date though as well. But I wanted to warn you, like now we are planning the spring semester, and there is a lot to do, and I am not going to be functioning in February to give you feedback. So if you can, please try to stick to the original deadlines. Um, mm, mm, mm. One more thing before the workshop that will be interactive then today. I want you to vote on this Menti, similar as we did on the first workshop. Let's see, I can put a link here, but it is completely async. So you can either see here. Does this work? Yes, it does. You can either go to menti.com with this. You can use the QR code, or you can just use the link that I just posted in the chat. I will also post it on Slack, and it is not a panic to answer. Yeah, I did it. So like now you can start with voting if you're on campus or not, but at your own pace. So this is the only information that's saved about you. Then and this is like, don't Google anything. Don't worry if you don't know what the hell this means. This is supposed to be like that. So again, good if you don't know before the workshop, if you know after the workshop. But it's also good for me to just see if you did have some type of exposure to sustainability, or to like thinking about sustainability issues in the context of software development, and maybe even cloud native systems. If you have seen or heard anything that relates to it, so please um, dump your thoughts here. It's pretty short. Here we go. Last one is something you can also think about until the workshop in the afternoon. How do you think you as a web developer can influence maybe how you write code, maybe how you negotiate with other stakeholders that are working on a larger project? What can you do to improve sustainability of cloud infrastructure? So this is a little hint of what we're going to talk about in the afternoon, and what is expected of you after the course. I think it will be a nice, almost like a Christmas activity with team building. So nice break today. So please answer that any time that's comfortable before the workshop. I will also put it up again for voting before right before we start. All right. Thank you. If there are any questions, let's take it on Slack. I really hope that my voice doesn't die for the talking at the workshop. And yeah, see you in the afternoon. So bye bye.